Okay. So, as for Bruce, Bruce went down to D tier, then he somehow went back up. So, I think his back two was nerfed, what they said. I'm not sure for myself. I never played the game. So I can only go by what I've heard. So even though that may not be a good source, but yeah, but I do know that his back two is still safe. I think it's -9 on block. Okay, Kazuya. Okay, now when I played Tekken Hybrid, I got kind of lost using Kazuya. I think he got his twin pistols back, or Heihachi's twin pistol, because his down forward 1-2, it doesn't bound anymore. Instead, it launches. So when I started doing combos with Kazuya on Tekken Hybrid, instead of me bounding them, I'm relaunching them. So I don't know another bound that Kazuya has. I mean, the full game doesn't even have a command list or a practice mode. Talk about professional. Brian Fury, well, of course, I suck with Brian Fury, but I can use him though. I know a great deal of combo with him, but Brian Fury drops a shitload of combos. I mean, it pisses you off how easy it is to drop a combo with this guy, for him to have a very easy setup and all of that. So his taunt, it shouldn't scare you anymore, because his taunt doesn't give him that frame advantage on hit that it once gave you. And I suck with the taunt because I tried using the taunt, which gives him a great deal of frame advantage, and I can only jab to get the hits that I'm granted. I can't use a 12 frame attack and keep the hits going. Every time I use the taunt in the practice mode, they always block it. So what am I doing wrong with the taunt? I don't know. So Brian Fury doesn't have that taunt anymore that gives him frame advantage. He still has it, and he can still cancel it, like he can scare you in Tekken 6, but above all, it's not something you want to look out for anymore. Christy, I think Christy probably like my third best character. So I kind of customized her to look like what she is in the movie, or was in the movie. I don't know too much about Christy. I think when the game first released, Tekken Tag, she was B tier. I think she went up to B. And I kind of find it strange that she hates Eddie. I think it's because of the whole Tekken 6 ending, where she slapped Eddie because he never showed up, or showed, he was never there. And he was working with Jin, and Jin kind of blackmailed him using his master as a weapon, to keep him away from the tournament or whatever Eddie was trying to do. So that cost him a friendship with Christy. But Eddie still likes him, but Christy either dislikes him or hates him. I don't think I customized Dragunov. Nope, I didn't. So, I don't know too much about Dragunov. But if I was to customize Dragunov, it probably looks more like this. I mean, Dragunov always been a standout character. He's kind of like King, except that no multi-grab. He has a low parry. I think he's the only character in the game that has it. So, as we discussed Eddie earlier, I think the big difference between Eddie and Christy is that Eddie has more range, which means that he's pretty longer than Eddie. I mean, not Eddie, but Christy. So he can do a lot more combo that Christy couldn't. But the thing about Christy is that her body is thin, so she can dodge a lot of bullets more than Eddie, to put it like that. Fang Wei is still a good character, even though he dropped when the game first came out. So people managed to get him back up on the tier list. Congratulations. How the hell you didn't manage to do that with Zafina and still can't. Gunryu, I've heard that this is Harada's favorite character. That's what I heard. Well, not heard, but read. But this is a character I know there's probably he's not overrated or overpowered, but this guy got some moves. I mean, this guy is a force to be reckoned with. I don't know how that trends to Tekken Tag. Everybody knows the story to Heihachi. He got this just for me in jail, and it went through his head. It got him all his hair and his color. I can't use Heihachi, so Heihachi be one less character I'll be using in Tekken Tag. I hated that his electric requires you to rub the controller full circle. But Kazuya is a shortcut, so it's easier for me to do electric with Kazuya than it is with the others. So it's a damn shame that it comes to this. But I know it's not about just using the electric, but knowing how to do the electric is the boost I need to want to learn the character more. Jack 6, I used to main Jack in Tekken Tag. In fact, I used to main Gun Jack. So Gun Jack was probably no different from this Jack right here, since he's Jack and Gun Jack put together. So if they're going to put Gun Jack in Tekken Tag, they probably should take away some of the moves that he has that belongs to Gun Jack. And if Prototype Jack happens to be coming in the game, which everybody's hoping, he would have his own slot, because Prototype Jack never was a clone of Jack 6 or Jack 2, Jack 3, or it never was a Jack 3. He never was a clone of Jack or Jack 2, because Prototype basically means a default character that needs a lot more change. So when Jax was made, they gave him a lot more moves, and Prototype Jack was just stuck with the command that was meant for Jack 2 or Jax. I'm kind of worse at explaining things. That's probably why I'm not one of those main people that knows the story and can explain it to you well. Julia was going to be the character I was going to pair up with Zafina, but since they made her a luchador character and that Julia and Zafina no longer know each other, that was kind of out of the question now, because I know in Tekken 6 Julia and Zafina know each other, or they had something to do with each other. And in Tekken Tag, I read the chart, and no, they don't know each other anymore. I think they're acting funny now. I think because Zafina noticed that Julia went on to be a wrestler now. So she still has her Tekken 6 move list, but she also has more. So she still has was once said 90% of the Tekken 6 movements and then some. Okay, and King was probably the most overpowered mid-tier character ever. I mean, there is not a character King cannot beat in Tekken 6, so if you lose to a King player, don't feel bad. Everyone does. King was my main character. I mean, King was the character I always used when the game first came out to really get on someone's nerves with the multi-grab. Law. Everyone says that Law sucks now, but I beg to differ because Law still does a great deal of damage. Maybe just in rage mode, I don't know. Lee. I'm not a Lee character, so there's nothing much I can tell you about Lee. Not at all. But Lee is a character I do want to see win a tournament since he is down with the bloodline. Lei Wulong probably a master's character because it takes a lot of dedication to get used to him. I know some things with Lei Wulong, but I don't main him because I don't have that much of a heart to, really take him further. Learning Zafina is a headache enough, and then trying to win with Zafina is even more headache. Probably takes that headache to a migraine. So I know how to get to his stances and what move to get to his stances. I've done a thread in a Zafina forum on his website that can show you how Lei Wulong can get to his stances. Most people call him Lee, but this is an Asian name, so anything with the EI is pronounced with the A. So I think that makes an A sound instead of E. Like Lei Fang Wei instead of Fang Wei. Yeah, so about that website, I've posted the possibilities of the move that transition to which stand. Okay. My friends, they modded Tekken 6, so meaning that they were able to play the game before the game was actually released in stores. So I was getting my ass whooped because it's been like 5 years since I actually played a Tekken game. So Leo was the easiest character I was able to pick up with and drop Leo as soon as I found out Zafina was a much cooler looking character to use. Most of you would say, oh, what a waste. Fuck you. Lily, she's my second main character in Tekken 6, and I don't use her as well as I use Zafina, so if my Lily beats you, don't be discouraged. But if she does beat you, and if you do feel discouraged, I'm pretty sure your best character, if there wasn't your best character that my Lily beat you, or my Lily beaten, to be exact. She's not really much of a threat. So in Tekken Tag 2, I know a lot of Lily's change, and I know her new move or whatever. So now Lily is not a really bad character, even though they nerfed the shit out of her sweep. So if you are good with baiting for a counter hit, that sweep will be your best friend once again. Which I doubt most people will be able to pull out. So the sweep is a big change. Lily has a great post down, which is forward, forward 3, and you hold forward and you get into the crouch dash. So if you use forward, forward 3, you can hold forward to get the crouch dash afterwards. I think that's a new thing that they've given Lily. So I thought that was really cool that they gave Lily such thing, and I was like, wow, I can't wait to really put my hands on her, or get my hands on her now. Okay, what color should I make the tie? Okay, I think that's a good color. Let's try. Yeah, I ain't gonna push it. Martyr. I think Martyr is probably A tier. I know some things with Martyr. I know how to use Martyr down forward 3, 1, 2, 3 plus 4, 3 plus 4 stance, and to the grab. But I've never in my life done it online. I always do it in a practice mode. I mean, it comes out like magic in a practice mode, but it's a bitch online. So, Martyr, I don't know the change for Martyr. So, I don't even know the change for Miguel, other than the outfit. So I think they changed this outfit and gave him the Brazilian look. I think Miguel probably a good character. He has a new move. He has this shoulder ram like King has. And I remember seeing this one guy when the game first hit the arcade, Tekken 2 that is. This guy was using Zafina with Miguel, and he was spamming the hell out of that ram. The Bears, even though the Bears never been a top-notch character, but putting them together as a team, that's a fucking threat. Because for one thing, they already does damage. They're not as slow as they seem, and they do a great deal of wall damage. So I don't know that change has been made in Unlimited, but if not, the Bears gonna be worse than the Capos teaming up. Nina, congratulations, Nina has been nerfed, and now that Nina has been nerfed, Zafina can get the respect that she deserves. And I know she deserves a lot more respect than she's been getting in Tekken 6. But Nina Williams was probably like my 7th string character. And a lot of people been getting on me about the miss that I used in a video. In a casual gameplay, I mean just playing around, but everyone was like, wow, he spammed the hell out of that. I want to play him. And one guy actually followed me on Xbox Live and sent me a message like he's a fan of me and he wants to play me. So I played him. I think he lost 1-2. So he should have stayed with Julia. I think Julia was the first character he used. If he would have stayed with Julia, he would have made a mockery out of my video. But instead, he switched characters, which was a mistake, to Nina. He used Nina twice after Julia, and got on by Zafina. And who else I used? Christy. So don't believe the hype what I told him. Don't believe the hype. Paul Phoenix, Well, Paul Phoenix always been an easy character to use, so I don't think any effect would hurt Paul Phoenix. I don't know his changes. I hadn't really studied the frame data or frame data. Raven. I really don't know. Well, I can use Raven. I know Raven. Raven is a character I hope to have when I'm Mokujin. But the thing is, I just don't know Raven. Okay, so I need $1 million to get this face piece put over this mask. So my Raven outfit's still not complete. Roger, no, I can use Roger. Now Roger is the only way I would use Roger if I'm Mokujin. Because there's no way I'm comfortable using a kangaroo with a baby out of a pouch. No way. I don't know the changes made to Roger. I hope Roger isn't as cheap as he is in, well, apparently Roger's a she. So, I hope that Roger isn't as cheap as she is in Tekken 6. With the up forward 3 and then back away immediately after the bicycle kicks on the ground. I hope they nerf the shit out of that. Steve Fox is not a great character he once was. I think he's been dropped to probably B tier or A tier. So if I get used to the gameplay with Steve, I might be picking him up in Tekken Tag. But I don't play enough people in on Tekken anymore that will like stay in the game with me and work with me when I'm using newer characters. He only wants to see my best character, which I despise. I always refuse to use my main character due to the fact that I know my main character doesn't win a lot of battles. Wayne, I could have sworn I changed his color. I really use Wayne a lot in Tekken Tag, but now I don't know. I don't know what made me not use Wayne. I think Wayne was probably difficult for me at the time, but now he's gotten a lot easier for me to use. Okay, that looks good. So I think. So in Tekken Tag 2, if I don't get Wayne down now, I might not be using it. Zhao is a character I'm definitely going to use. In Tekken Tag Hybrid, she's my main character. She and Alyssa. So with Alyssa at her side, Lin Zhao and well, that team is like a circuit